Do you fumble your flams? Are your roughs a little rough? Do you dog your drags? I'd like to talk to you about ornamentation. Flams, roughs, and four-stroke roughs. These are very, very common compositional tools that are used when composers write music, especially for snare drum. Let's first begin by talking about flams. That's one grace note before the main note. So there, I'm alternating my flams. The main note has to be a downstroke, and the grace note has to be an upstroke. And if I wanted to do flams without alternating, say all right-handed flams, you'll see that the right hand has to be a full stroke, and the left hand will be a tap, which is the same thing as a very small, low full stroke. Next, I'd like to talk about roughs, where there are two grace notes, ornaments, before the main note. Those two notes, they need to actually crescendo to the main note, because if they don't crescendo, you will lose the clarity of the second grace note. So I'm going to use, for these loud roughs that I'm playing, my arm stroke plus fingers. Now I can play softly as well, except this time maybe I'll use my wrist plus my fingers. Now, if I want to play four-stroke roughs, which is actually three grace notes preceding the main note, you can stick it a few different ways. You can play left, right, right, left, or right, left, left, right, or you can just alternate them. So here's a four-stroke rough. I could play that softly as well. Which I'd like to demonstrate a piece by Prokofiev called Lieutenant Kiji Suite. It's the first movement, where you'll see that there are flams, roughs, and four-stroke roughs all being utilized. I can also play hand-to-hand four-stroke roughs, playing soft or loud. And the way I do that is I have my two notes again with my arm and finger with both hands, and I just displace the event. So instead of happening at the same time, I dovetail them. Check this piece out. Shostakovich's 10th Symphony, first movement. Some really big four-stroke roughs intertwined with some pretty fast 16th notes. Now remember, composers took their time to write these ornaments. Now you take your time to play them really well.